Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it once again to cover the Steam Winter Sale, and we will be looking at some deals under the price of $20. Quite a lot of great stuff is heavily discounted as a part of the Winter Sale, and under $20 is a price threshold that I don't cover a lot in this channel, and it does get you towards the... I guess you could say more premium games, but like I always say, if you're spending anything over like $10 on a Steam title, make sure you have plans on playing it in the near future, because games at this price threshold always have the room to get cheaper, whereas a game that's at like $5 or even $10, you know, they're not going to get much cheaper. If a game's priced at $19.99, oh, it could definitely get cheaper. So, with that being said, let's get right into it, and let's start things off with Hogwarts Legacy, 75% off for $14.99. Man, the price point for Hogwarts Legacy has been one of the standout deals during this holiday period. I just think this is a tremendous deal, and you guys know me. I don't give a damn about Harry Potter, have no care in the world for it whatsoever, have nothing against it, just, you know, I don't sit down and watch a lot of movies or television series, but Hogwarts Legacy, from a gameplay standpoint, I thought was fantastic. I really enjoyed, like, the magical combat. I thought the open world was well done, and it's not overwhelming, and that's totally the kind of open world game that I prefer. A nice open world that has some content to it, but it's not overwhelming and just inundated with endless amounts of content. I feel like Hogwarts Legacy, you can get in, have a good time, and then move on to the next game, and for $15, I think this is a great price, definitely would recommend it. Next up, we got the AI The Somnium Files bundle. 84% off for $16.18. It gets you AI The Somnium Files as well as AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative, which is the sequel to AI The Somnium Files. Visual novels here. AI The Somnium Files is actually probably the VN I would recommend if you want to get into the genre. I just think the game has such a great main character, and visually it looks pretty good, like, you know, as far as VNs are gonna go. And this does have some gameplay emphasis, but it is light. It is very much a narrative-driven title, but it's done very, very well. Great cast of characters, and you get both games here. Nirvana Initiative isn't as good as the original, but still quite a good game that I would recommend if you enjoyed the first. Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana, 65% off for $14. This is a great title to get into the Ys franchise. Visually, it's not anything blow away. I believe this was released on the PlayStation Vita, so, you know, keep that in mind. But had a great time with Ys 8. The story, I thought, was really good and had a little bit of mystery in it, and I thought it really picked up fairly quickly. Music is great, and gameplay is obviously great. Ys is one of those franchises that's incredibly consistent and has been very, very good. Ys 9, great as well, and Ys 10 just came out. That's not on sale, unfortunately, but definitely Ys 8 for this price, $14, a great pickup there. Dead Space, the remake, 75% off for $14.99. Really had a great time with the Dead Space remake. Unfortunately, it looks like this didn't do incredible numbers commercially, so we probably won't get a remake of the second game. It is what it is. The remake of the first title is still fantastic. A great action horror title. The atmosphere in the game is tremendous. The visuals are stunning in the Dead Space remake, and for $15, I do think this is quite a good buy. You know, the initial $60 price tag, or even $70 on a console, I would say, you know, for a lot of people that's going to be a little bit too much, but for 15 bucks, home run of a deal here, definitely would recommend that. Next up, staying on the topic of horror titles, Resident Evil 4, the remake, the base game, 50% off for $19.99. Like I always say about the RE4 remake, you're taking one of the greatest games of all time, you're doing a great remake on it, what do you get? One of the greatest games of all time again. And RE4, as beloved as the original was, I think the remake is even better. And a lot of the times, you know, people do stay partial towards the original release. Not with RE4, in my humble opinion. I think the RE4 remake is absolutely tremendous. One of the greatest video games I ever played, and probably, for me, my 2023 game of the year. I didn't really vibe with Baldur's Gate nor Alan Wake 2 as much as a lot of other people, but RE4 was tremendous, and it's a game that, you know, when a game is as good as Resident Evil 4, you're gonna go back to it and play through it over the course of several years. Like, I'll probably do a playthrough of the RE4 remake, if not every year, probably once every 2 years at the very least, and it's a game that I played through multiple times when it came out. Like, even though the Resident Evil games aren't super lengthy or anything like that, the quality level is so high, and it's not padded or anything like that, that you feel it's so worthwhile that you'll go back to it and play through it multiple times. It's just that damn good, and for $19.99, I think it's a great pickup. Death Stranding Director's Cut, 50% off for $19.99 here. We are going to have the release of Death Stranding 2 next year, but not on PC. Hopefully the PC release will happen a year after in 2026, but Death Stranding is an incredibly compelling game. From a narrative standpoint, I think it's incredibly interesting. The gameplay is unique, if nothing else. I think some people are going to absolutely gravitate towards Death Stranding, and some people might not really vibe with it as much. I thought the game was incredibly well done, and I thought the ambiance and the design of the game was tremendous. You know, if you want something that's a little bit off the wall, I think Death Stranding's a great pickup. And I love Norman Reedus. I mean, Daryl was my favorite character in The Walking Dead, so obviously, you know, from that standpoint, that's gonna vibe with me. But for $19.99, great price point for sure. Definitely check that out. Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, 60% off for $19.99. Now, every time I talk about the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves Collection, it is warranted to go on a rant of Sony and PlayStation being incompetent and releasing the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection and not the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection on PC. It is so jarring, and I know so many people that have not checked out the Legacy of Thieves collection because the game is literally called Uncharted 4. In the first section of the game, they do this awesome scene where Nate is going through and he's like reminiscing about his adventures in Uncharted 1, 2, and 3. If you didn't play those games, that scene will be totally lost on you. It is so mind-numbing to me that the Nathan Drake collection has not been ported. With that being said, Uncharted 4 is a fabulous, fabulous game. It is a phenomenal game. The visuals, the fact that this game came out damn near 9 years ago is so insane because Uncharted 4 looks incredible. I know they remastered it for this release, but still, the game looks outstanding. And hopefully, at some point, Sony talking about how they want to leverage their existing IPs. You don't want to, you know how you can leverage Uncharted, port Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, and ideally with no PSN account linking like with Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection, but I don't know how likely that is, but yeah, port those games over, and you can say, oh my god, they're PS3 games, but they ported it to the PS4, so can't you port the PS4 collection to or to PC? Shouldn't be that difficult. By the way, with this collection, you also get Lost Legacy, which is quite good. It's more of a standalone experience, but it's quite good as well. A little bit, not super short or anything, and the Uncharted games are known to be incredibly lengthy. But yeah, quality level is exceptionally high. Definitely would recommend Uncharted, the Legacy of Thieves collection. NieR Automata, 60% off for $16. NieR Automata is absolutely awesome. There's some rumblings about potentially seeing a new NieR game get revealed in 2025. We'll see. Hopefully not some mobile game nonsense, but NieR Automata from a gameplay standpoint, soundtrack standpoint, and even visuals, I feel like it looks good all these years later. It's a great, great pickup. I would definitely recommend it. And yeah, the narrative is a little bit confusing, but play through it multiple times and it comes together quite nicely. And the gameplay, again, like I said, this is Platinum Games at their best. Platinum Games doing Platinum the right way. And I know Platinum's been going through some turmoil recently, but NieR Automata, they did a damn good job with, so $16 for that is great. Walking Dead, the Telltale Definitive Series, $12.49 on this. I often recommend the Walking Dead titles, especially Season 1, and even Season 2 is quite good. This includes all 4 seasons, 400 Days, and the miniseries Michonne. 400 Days and Michonne are both miniseries, but these games are great. I would definitely recommend it. I wasn't as crazy about Season 3 and 4, but Season 1 and 2 were tremendous, and definitely do check that out. You've got some bonuses like dev commentary in there as well, which I always like to see. $12.49 for that. Great deal there. Tales of Arise, 63% off for $14.79. Thought Tales of Arise was a damn good game. Don't think it has quite the strong cast as a Tales of Vesperia or Tales of the Abyss. But the cast is still likable. Main character, I just felt was incredibly generic, but it is what it is. Gameplay is great, visuals are fantastic, and if you're into JRPGs, it's a great title. It's definitely one worth playing, so definitely would recommend that. Star Wars Jedi Survivor, 75% off for $17.49. Legitimately one of the worst PC ports of all time when it initially came out. Is it perfect at this point? Absolutely not, but Jedi Survivor is such a great game that even at $17 and change, I would say pick it up, and the port is much better. Just make sure, buy it, see how it runs on your PC. If it doesn't run to a standard you like, you can always refund the game, but man, I just thought Jedi Survivor was so good. I thought it was better than Fallen Order in just about every other category outside of the PC version. But yeah, Cal's a great character. Can't wait for Game 3. God of War 2018, 60% off, excuse me, for $19.99. Now, you might be saying, hey, you just bugged out about Uncharted, you know, not having Uncharted Nathan Drake collection, why aren't you bugging out about God of War? Well, God of War 2018 is in a totally new setting, and I feel like, yes, it is beneficial if you play God of War 1 through 3, but it's not absolutely mandatory. The gameplay style is totally different. In the case of Uncharted 4, yes, you can still enjoy the game, but I think Uncharted 1 through 3, playing through those games, seeing what Nate has been through, is more consequential to Uncharted 4. God of War, you can make that same argument. I'm not going to go against that argument, but at the very least, you could be like, hey, God of War 1 through 3 haven't been remastered, or I guess God of War 3 was, but 1 and 2 haven't, so the argument, I think, can be made, but I think God of War 2018 is still a fine game to play through without playing the original 3. You know, while you're at it, Sony, port the original 3 because I think that would do really well. God of War 2018 is tremendous. I honestly like this game better than God of War Ragnarok. I just thought it was great. The story between Kratos and Atreus, thought it was really, really well done. PC version's great. $19.99, no-brainer there. An excellent deal. And then lastly, gotta give a shout to RGG's Judgment. 70% off for $11.99. You know, I'm a little bit bummed out that it looks like Judgment 3 won't be happening. We'll see how Project Sentry turns out. That game does look solid. Probably will be out in 2026, but Judgment is a fantastic game, and if you want to get into the RGG titles, I don't think Judgment is too bad of a game to start playing RGG games, because this was a game that was designed for the PS4, so the visuals are a little bit better than, let's say, Yakuza 0, and on top of that, you got English voice acting, and the English voice acting is great. Some people might say, blasphemy, how could you play Judgment or RGG games with the English voice acting? Guess what? Some people are old and washed up like me, and we don't got time to read subtitles, although I did play Infinite Wealth with subtitles, so I digress, but some people don't want to be dealing with, you know, Japanese voiceovers and subtitles, and I totally get it. $11.99 for Judgment is great. Then go play Lost Judgment. That game is great as well. That is going to do it for me. Again, a lot of great deals under the price of $20. Links to all of these in the description box below. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.